Let's do this. Action. All right, we've all been around during this month and we all know what's been happening, the events and all the action. But if you were too boring to show up, or you generally couldn't show up, or even if you're an interested parent to know what's been happening, we're gonna give you a quick insight at GISU Chronicles today.
Absolutely, from student-led conferences to fire drills and amazing field trips. And the best of it all, IFCD, the Festival for Cultural Diversity. Honestly, this month had it all, so let's dive into it. Hi, my name is Melanie Mugisha.
And I'm gonna be Sam today. I'm gonna be me. I know it's probably been mentioned from the other episode, but we're gonna take it a bit deeper from student-led conference that we had this month. Students had the spotlight and their own opportunities to talk more in depth about their grades and what they're planning to do with the remaining months before the end of the term. They got to talk to their parents and find objectives or even strategies on how they can tackle their bad grades to make them into really good grades.
Good evening, my dear parents, and my sister, and Miss Shamim as well. So welcome for my SOCs, and thank you for also attending it. So let me start.
These are some of my hobbies, or some of my hobbies that I'm currently pursuing, which is mostly ICT, writing.
Can I describe myself in 3 words? I am hardworking, passionate, and loving.
The IGCSE Math course builds foundational skills in areas such as algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and statistics. So we learn to solve a variety of mathematical problems like equations, simultaneous equations, and we develop critical thinking.
SLCs stand for student-led conferences, and I understand these student-led conferences are for students to reflect on their learning, set goals, and also discuss their academic progress. And the beauty in this is that we empower students to own to take responsibility of their learning and discuss the way forward to their challenges.
Every term, Galaxy organizes SLCs, which I believe is a good platform to showcase my learning journey. I believe that this is very important to us because it shows how I improve in class, my work, my goals, my achievements, and to get my parents' feedbacks and my teachers.
Captures basically very many aspects of not only his school, but his life at his age as a teenager in general, and what he aims to do and be as he grows through school.
As a teacher, that is a homeroom, we only come in to support and guide the students where necessary. If the parent asks a question, we can answer, but now this is time for a student to discuss between them and the parent the way forward and to set goals for better achievements in their future. And I think it has worked for them.
So this is very important because it develops them to face the future, whether in formal life or basically in informal life in businesses or something. Because at the end of the day, you should be able to express yourself, that's number one, to connect with people, and number two, to be able to present an idea that you may have. I really like it, and these are some of the few things that keep me in the school as a parent. I'm happy, a happy parent of the school. Thank you very much.
The type of meeting that I had today is called Student-Led Conference, and it gives the opportunity to the student, in this case my son Emmanuel, to present what he has done during the term or half of the term, and to do an evaluation, or not only, by the way, academic side, but also extra academic activities, such as in this case the youth activity. He can not only present that, but also talk about his achievements. He's been at GISU for a few years, and I've had the opportunity, therefore, to participate in a number of meetings that involve the student, the teachers, the parents.
Personally, my experience with the student-led conference is pretty good. I feel like it allows me to take control of the situation and explain my side of my academics to my parents, and also just my experiences around at the school. I feel like it allows me to properly explain and recap everything I've done so far in this term and so far in the school year in general, of course. It allows me to talk about anything outside of academics because it's controlled by me. So yeah, it's really more about me, and it helps me, it forces me to innovate and create a proper presentation that can be used to actually provide information to somebody.
There's quite a difference between this type of encounter and the parent-teachers, the student-led conference, because it gives the responsibility to the child of first presenting what is the content and doing an assessment and looking at achievements or problems. So I think that's a very good initiative, and I don't think that we should cancel any of the two. Both are, as I said, complementary. The other one is very essential also because we look at the scores, the results, and the comments of the teachers, and it is more subject matter related, but it also gives an opportunity for the parent to understand thoroughly with the teacher what are the positive, the more negative aspects of the child's performance.
Wow, here's how I'm ready to move forward with it. Here's how I'm ready to work on it, and here's how I'm ready to crush it. Well, it's about, talking and owning your own learning. Yeah? And the confidence there was next level.
A shout out and an applause to all the confident students that were able to talk about their imperfections and ready to move on to become perfect. At the great excellence of achieving
global excellence.
Yes!
Next up, Math Mania. So, in Math Mania, people were, working out those math hard problems and tackling the puzzles and the clocks. It was quite amazing. Shout out to the girls in both senior and junior category who made it up in the first place, the first category. Shout out to them.
We have smart students.
Well, the Math Mania competition was tough, but it really pushed me to explore my problem-solving skills, because Math Mania isn't like normal math. It's no math where there are equations and you have to get through it with a formula. Math Mania is more of logical skills and problem-solving. And here in Galaxy, we really do believe in problem-solving skills.
I'm from the junior category in year 7A. I participated in Math Mania for the third time in Galaxy. It was a really fun experience. I was very nervous before the exam because I didn't know what questions there would be. I thought like I would get something like 70%, but I ended up getting like 87, which was really good.
So as I was doing the Math Mania competition, mind you, this isn't my first time, I kind of brought in skills from like other areas of life, not just mainstream math, the way we do it in class. So I believe that this experience was really enlightening because it goes to show that you don't necessarily have to do math by the book to be able to complete Math Mania. And I hope my experience helped other people to I hope it enlightened them in their mathematical journey, and I can't wait for the national round.
All right, there's some students at Galaxy got the opportunity to not only learn inside class but outside of class. Alias got to go for an academic field trip, while upper secondaries also got that chance to. Year 12 and above.
I really like a good academic field trip. I feel like they help me, like me as a person, imagine going to a place where you're going to like work and like see how the work is done. I really think it's amazing.
Today it has been a pleasure to host Galaxy International School, Uganda. And as it is our usual program, we always host such schools so that we could be able to disseminate, share them with the technologies we are implementing at National Cultural Research Laboratories, Kawanda, Stockholm, Narrow. So these students were able to come here and then they were able to be taken to one of the departments which are here. First and foremost, they went to food biosciences and agribusiness. They shared about technologies on food and nutrition.
During the whole trip, I was able to learn a lot of things. I was able to learn things that required my general knowledge, like how to make snacks and how the snacks were being made from the beginning process up till they were packaged. I was also able to learn things that required my knowledge in class. For example, in my biology class, I was able to learn and refer to my notes of genetic technology, which I used properly in biotechnology in the biotechnology faculty.
As the institute, we have several departments. For them, they have visited the food bioscience department. We also have the biotechnology and the biodiversity department. Then we also have the soil science department. We also have the nursery section, the banana department. But according to the packages they wanted, we are able to expose them to those departments.
Personally, I don't do biology, but it was so fascinating to learn how different types of plants, they can make them disease resistant, how they can make them grow faster by just changing their genes in their DNA. This was the most interesting thing and very fascinating thing I learned today.
Hi everyone, my name is Carissa Batio-Jang. I'm in year 12. Recently went for a field trip at Vision Group. So basically, Vision Group is a multimedia company with presence in print media, broadcast, and digital platforms. It was actually my first time going there, so I was very excited to see what they do there. So the visit was organized to help us understand the newspaper production, like the coordination in the workplace, and also the technology used in the industry. So this experience was both educational and exciting because we got to see how different departments in the company work together to produce news. I was most excited to see the finance department as I study business. So I'm very interested in finance and things like that. And I look forward for more exciting trips like the one we went for.
Galaxy gave Stuco members such as me and Melanie, Dome representatives, Galaxy gave us an opportunity to explore and learn new skills of being a leader, basically. It's not as easy as you think it is. It actually requires a lot. We got the opportunity to learn more than we thought we knew, genuinely.
Three students made GISU incredibly proud by securing second place in the best STEM category at the GISMO's Mania competitions 2024.
Let's give them a round of applause by heart.
Aaron, Ruwaithwa, Matthew, and Ezra participated in their innovative projects, water distillation, that can work with solar energy. Their hard work, creativity, and commitment to sustainable science were recognized on the regional stage, proving just how bright their futures are in the STEM fields. Congratulations to these future leaders in science and innovation.
Speaking of big events, let's talk about the IFCD event, International Festival of Cultural Diversity, that just happened. It was amazing and it was all worth the hype.
I mean, it was a full-on celebration, students put in a lot of effort, and there were very many cultures, different food.
Different food, oh my God.
Different kind of food, guys. I enjoyed the food and people's culture, I'm Ugandan, so seeing other people's culture was quite interesting for me.
The dances too, okay, it's not just about them, but the dances were also amazing.
Yeah, the dances were so amazing. The little children,
they were adorable.
They were so adorable.
But
they did a really great job. IFCD was such a fun day.
Personally, I've been a host for this function at Galaxy International School, Uganda, where a diversity of about 40 cultures. Tulina abantu abava mu countries nga ana tuleta aba Ethiopia, aba Eritrea, bona tubaleta.
I am dressed in the traditional cloth of Eritrea, where we have printed dresses by hand and we wear gold as accessories.
To me, it's a very important event at school because one, it allows me to showcase my culture to so many people beyond the GISU community. It also allows me to embrace other people's cultures. It allows me to understand where people are from, what foods they eat, their cultural dances, and their heritage. And that's why I find it very important because it allows me to have broad knowledge. It doesn't limit me just to Galaxy.
Each of us brings something special today. Different language, foods, dance, beliefs, and histories. And when we share them, we celebrate something truly magically.
We are here to enjoy the food mostly, the dance, and
in Galaxy we have more than 44 nationalities in terms of our students. So we live the diversity within our school, and we believe that through our diversity we can find common grounds for peace, for joy and harmony. And this is the message that Galaxy International School is trying to provide to all of Uganda and to the rest of the world. We welcome you all.
Safety here at Galaxy International School is their first priority. We had a fire drill recently and it's not the most exciting thing, So I really think it's a way to prepare children here. What do you think, Sam?
Honestly, safety is first, and want to thank everyone that remained mature and didn't fool around or play too much and took the drill seriously, because at some point things will get serious.
As part of our health and safety procedures, this month we conducted the fire drill for the entire school. Now, the procedure is, once the fire alarm goes off, all the children make a line behind the teacher who's been teaching them, and then they file out of the entire building. Normally, we expect that this should take us approximately 10 minutes or even less, because in case of a real fire, someone would have to go out much faster. So this drill was conducted in accordance to our policies, the health and safety procedures and policies, and our children exited the building in about 15 minutes. We had the sweepers go around the entire building and looking out for children who might have stayed in class. And these fire marshals are also trained to look out in all rooms, bathrooms, kitchens, everywhere, to find out if there is no child that is left behind. So once that is done, the sweepers or fire marshals come down and report to the head of health and safety that there is nobody left in the room. And after that, we contact the electrician who comes and does the entire investigation of the wiring and to see if there is a fire. But because this was a drill, there's no fire. This was a triggered alarm by the electrician himself. Normally, the roll call is done at the field, at the assembly point, and then eventually when everything has been sorted, the principal holds up the green sign to say it is all good. We would like to thank the students for having moved and for having adhered to the fire alarm and for having behaved well and for having moved out really fast. We encourage them to reduce the amount of time they take to exit the building, but would like to thank them for adhering to this particular alarm. Thank you.
On a more chill note, we had coffee mornings for the Aliyahs and Year 11, although for Year 11 it was done in the evening. These were perfect for building that bridge between teachers and parents. Teachers engaged with parents in meaningful discussions about strategies to support early literacy and numeracy at home for the little ones in early years. Meanwhile, the coffee evening was mainly focusing on updates of the students' progress for the term.
Last but not least, students that participated in the DELF got their awards. These are for the students who totally crushed it in French this year, earning their official language certification.
These students put in quite a lot of hard work, and I must say it paid off.
Thank you very much for our 4th episode, Melanie?
Yeah, I think 4th. Yeah.
Thank you very much for being a part and tuning in for our 4th episode. Me and
Melanie,
we can't wait to have you again for the 5th episode next year. Until then, enjoy your
Christmas.
And Happy New Year's.
Yeah, and happy Merry Christmas. Let's go together.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.